All right. Hey, this is Jeremy, and it's today's 5 for 5. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11, Paul writes, "When I was a child, I spoke and I reasoned like a child. But when I grew up, I put away childish things." This week, our pastors are talking about spiritual maturity, and for fun, I put together a top 10 list. The top 10 signs that you are spiritually immature. Number 10, your reactions. That's right. If you are easily angered, if you get your feelings hurt very easily, if you stay bitter, if you have trouble forgiving others, your reactions are a great indicator of whether you're spiritually mature in the Lord or whether you're spiritually immature. Number 9, you have this constant need to be entertained. When you show up for church, when you show up for a Bible study, you get bored very easily. Hey, look, this room that I'm in, this is our children's church room. And once you move on past the 5th grade, you're not a child anymore. You go to big church. And when people come out of big church and they complain about the music, they say the sermon was boring, anything like that, that's a sign that you're spiritually immature. It doesn't matter what the music is. It doesn't matter how flashy or great the pastor is. If the people of God are gathered together and we're singing with the right motives and the right heart and the word of God is open and you can't get anything out of that, then you're probably spiritually immature. Number 8, you're just too busy. You and your family, you're just constantly running around doing things all the time. You have no time to individually grow in the Lord every day. You have no time to lead your family through the word of God. You've got no time for your church family. You're never here. You can't serve here because you're never available. You can't help reach the community because you're too busy. Number 7, you spend way too much money on the things of this world. You want and you want and you want, and you see what others have and you think you have to have it too. Hey, we shouldn't want anything that this world has to offer. And there's nothing wrong with having things, but we should be more enamored with the things of God than the things of this world. And we need to make sure that we make investments in the Lord and we use our money wisely for Him and that we are givers. Number 6, you are quicker to judge than you are quicker to have compassion. If you're spiritually immature, you see others who are struggling and you just immediately judge them and say, look at the mess they've gotten themselves in. They don't need any help. They did this to themselves. Hey, Jesus knew what everybody thought. He knew everybody's past. He knew everybody's heart, yet He still had compassion on others. This leads me to my next one, number 5. You either show too much grace or you show too much truth. We're supposed to be this beautiful blend of grace and truth. If you show too much grace, you just kind of tell people, hey, go do whatever you want. You're human. It's okay. You'll be forgiven. No worries. If you show too much truth, it's just always pointing out the bad in somebody. Hey, listen, we need to speak that truth in love to help others grow, but we also need to show grace and show Christ to others. Number 4, you have too much pride. If you're so prideful that you can't be taught anything, you know it all, you have arrived, that's a sign of spiritual immaturity. If you're spiritually mature, you always have this thirst and this hunger to learn. And as long as somebody's teaching from the Word of God, you can learn. That actually leads to the next one, number 3. You're spiritually apathetic. You have a lot of apathy when it comes to the things of the Lord. You don't care to learn anymore. You don't care about other people. Hey, that's a sign of spiritual immaturity. Number 2, you lack discernment. Anybody who talks well and is flashy, they can teach you anything. They can twist the word of God and you'll just believe it right away. You just flock to popular speakers and anybody that says they have a word from the Lord. Hey, those who are spiritually mature, they spend time with the Word of God and they can't be tricked into learning something that is not right. Finally, number 1, sign that you're spiritually immature is you are afraid all the time. You're afraid to take a step out for the Lord. You're afraid to do things for God because of what might happen. Those who are mature in the Lord have a confidence and a courage in the Lord. Hey, I hope this was fun, and I hope you learned a lot today, and I hope you have a great, great day. See ya.